place where danger waits, and it's bound to forsake me. So stupid minded, but I go crazy when I can't. Flying high in the fearless sky, without leaving the ground. The rest of the folks are tired and weary, and have laid their bodies down. Place where danger waits, and it's bound to forsake me. So stupid mind.
Be written, so let it be done.
If you can see that on the screen, do you know you're at the right place at the right time? You see that? It's all about branding. Who the hell is Brandon? Well, this is Heritage Hip Hop, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast, where we introduce you to your future favorite artists today, which means we bring yesterday and tomorrow together in the present. And presently today, we have an incredible show lined up for you. Today's show is all about being real. And being real means not only real in your heart, it's in your stance in life, what you stand for, what you believe in, and how you represent what it is that you believe in. Before we get into today's show, make sure you hit that like button, comment. We want to hit that algorithm and share the video. And be sure to hit that Cash App, yo. Hit that Cash App and build this platform up, or buy some merch. Go to heritagehiphop.com. Make sure you buy a t-shirt or two. Put some style in your game and represent this hip-hop culture. But more than anything else, today we welcome back someone who I love as an artist, right? And not only is she one of the voices that'll confront you, her rhymes are as real as a jab and will wake you up like a jab too. Because when someone tells the truth is supposed to hurt you, but it's also supposed to wake you up. And when someone lives in truth, not only do they accept pain, but they give pain back by these words. If you mess with me, I know how to handle you. And the one way she handles the world is giving her microphone purpose and giving her words genius. And a purposeful genius is a person who can change the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to reintroduce you to one of my favorite MCs I met on Heritage Hip Hop, She Real.
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on with you?
I'm chilling. How you doing today?
And I'm excited because I finally get to talk to you face to face. Last time we did this over the phone. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's absolutely true.
So yeah, it's been a minute. So why don't you reintroduce yourself to the people now that they can see you on the platform?
All right, what's going on, y'all? My name is She Real. I'm from Harlem. If you're looking for me, it's one word spelled exactly how it sounds. She Real Talk. She Real Talk. That's my YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everything rolling in one. SheRealTalk.com.
And shout out to the people who tried to steal your name. There's a lot of she reals out there now.
What you mean? Okay, so wait, hold on. Because when I got my name, I had my name. I got this name. I've had this name for ooh, almost 20 years, and even though I have an aunt that told me she used to say it to me when I was a little kid, and I'm like, I don't remember that, but she was like, I used to make fun of you and call you She Real all the time because my real name is Sherelle. But there is a DJ in the South named DJ She Real. I don't actually think she got that from me. I think she might have did that on her own. But I have seen dummy pages like fake pages with people portraying, and I have put myself in Chat GPT, and at one point it had a breakdown of exactly who I was with my full name and everything. And then the second time I looked that shit up, it had somebody else's, like it had She Real, but it was like somebody named Shakur or something, like they were saying that that's who She Real is. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like this.
So
But
you don't know
yeah.
She Real Talk 7, huh?
No. He
Yeah,
said She Real
well,
Talk 7.
yeah, well, that's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, as y'all know, if there's an MC or artist that I co-sign, they come with something special. I'm not going to throw a bunch of names out there, but there's an MC in the chat right now who dropped what is being called a classic album in the hood, right?
Ooh.
And this young lady right here dropped one of my favorite songs I've heard on Heritage Hip Hop since I started it, which
Mm,
is All Hail the Queen.
thank
And when we took that to A Squad Rebel Radio, oh, who is this? Who's this? Who's this? That's when I used to give people playlists. I don't really do that too much no more. But she was up there as somebody who I told her Illmatic will come from her soul, not from her artistry. And ladies and gentlemen, she's getting there. So let's have this conversation because I really want to know.
Okay. So you say I'm getting there. That means I ain't got there yet. Okay. I got more work to do. I'm with that.
Well, your life isn't over. So how could you have given your best yet? You still
Mm,
have more experiences to go through,
respect.
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
So let's talk about hip hop because hip hop seems to be going through a lot of experiences right now. Hip hop just turned 51 and is still immature. What do you say?
It sounds really crazy. Okay, not in totality. From a mainstream standpoint, yes. Not overall. Because people like Big Daddy Kane still online. You can hear them doing their thing. KRS-One doing their thing. Melly Mel could still really fucking rap. Like Coke Rock, who started with DJ Kool Herc, he could still really fucking rap, you know. So and as it, I feel like throughout every era, we've had so many different people. I just think mainstream wise, we still get a lot of younger adolescent mentalities that are pushed to the masses, where you don't get the type of experience and storytelling that would come with someone who actually has a better understanding of life and a better understanding of self. But shout out to Killer Mike for winning that Grammy. You know what I'm saying? Because you have people out here that's doing it, you know, clearly. Kendrick is doing it. Kendrick has done it. J. Cole is doing it. J. Cole has done it. Big Sean is doing it. Big Sean has done it. Nipsey did it. You know what I'm saying? Like R.I.P. Nipsey. It's like it's here. Rhapsody's doing it. It's here. It's just that the majority in the mainstream, in regards to the focus, is it's kind of young. It's kind of young, yeah.
But do you not think that as hip hop matures, we start seeing the hatred that hip hop fights? Because if everything keeps getting recycled to the young, then the learning isn't appreciated, the life experience isn't appreciated. And then if it's not appreciated, how do we cultivate the young generation so they can learn from what we know and they can overcome the things that we had to?
I think that sounds like something that starts in the home. Like I feel like I don't think hip hop is about the people too. I think we as a people are a collective consciousness and we reflect our community. So if there's a lack of respect at different stages in the community in general, it reflects in the music, it reflects in the exchange. I don't think that's just a hip hop needs to, I think it's an overall thing as a people. Um I know that hip hop can contribute to it by doing a lot more of what it's already doing from the people that are continuing to display excellence. Busta Rhymes is continuing to display excellence. Nas is continuing to display. You said no? You said no?
No, no.
Why you say no?
Well,
Wait, who are you
what?
saying no to? The
Oh,
because
Busta
you
Rhymes. Um, let me go back a little bit.
whoa,
What I
whoa,
what
whoa, whoa, wait, no, wait,
what?
don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Explain.
I'm about
Explain why you
to.
disagree because this last album was incredible.
Okay, I'm about to.
Yes, sir.
Let me pull it back so we could come back. What you're saying is community based. I was talking mainstream versus not mainstream.
I know,
That,
but the
that
mentality is a reflection of the community. Sorry, I'm sorry.
okay,
Yep.
you're right.
hmm
Okay,
hmm
and I agree. But the mainstream is controlled by people not of the community, and we
True.
control our own community. So that's that. But with Busta Rhymes, right? Is Busta Rhymes on top of his game right now? Yes. Can Busta Rhymes make good music? Yes. But Busta Rhymes always seems to put his foot in his mouth and does something or says something that really messes up his message. For instance, America has no culture. It was only West Indians and Puerto Ricans that made hip hop what it is. That was very dumb. And he's not a dumb man. So if I ever got to meet him, I really want to ask him, what the hell did you mean when you said that? Because
That
what was the context of that?
that
You feel?
Americans have no culture.
Yeah,
You
that
don't.
America has no culture. It was only Puerto Ricans and West Indians who came and made hip hop what it is because America has no culture. That's what he said.
It's Black America, West Indians, and Puerto Ricans are at
Not
the
what
foundation.
not what he said. He said
I
America
mean,
had no culture. So there's
what
no
is
yeah,
okay? Whether I would have to fact check that. I can't comment on that statement because I don't know
right.
anything about it. But what I will say is that one statement does not, to me, like destroy all the other shit that he's doing and that he's been doing. Like it's kind of
Correct.
like that sound like a feeling, an emotional base. like you just like what the fuck you said. Now I'm not fucking with nothing you doing. Like that's a little too much. Like it's like
Oh no,
give
I'm
that
not
man
like
his
that.
credit. Give that man his credit for all that he's still doing, all that he's been able to do, because he's culture every era of it. He has had an impact in every era. And I feel like in his first, one of my favorite things in his first album is in the intro of the first album when he was like the keep falling, but it was like a stab at niggas that's not doing what they supposed to be doing culturally. I feel like he's still like that. He's the guy that gets on stage and is like, put your phones away. We here for unity. He's trying to get people back together. I still feel like he embodies everything that hip hop is about. And he embraces the new. He not one of the older heads that's like fuck out of here. Like and he celebrates women like nobody else. Oh my, sorry. He celebrates. I'm not sorry. This is my opinion. He celebrates women like nobody else that are currently in the game. He got a song with Rhapsody. He's worked with Bia. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him a post that Tierra Whack had backstage at a concert where he was like he want to work with her. Like he got songs with Coi Leray. He brings women out on his stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? He on tour right now with Missy Elliot and Sierra. He and he will still do songs with everybody that he started with. Like he'll still do songs with Q-Tip. He got the production, the executive produce. Yeah, I feel like I'm fanning out right now, but this is true. And his last project was executive produced by Timbaland, Swiss Beats, and Pharrell, if I'm not mistaken. The three of them got together and did that together. And crazy sound. because it was a combination of what we know him for and what we are missing right now. But then also, like, he got songs with Kodak, he got songs with Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? He got a song with T-Pain and the Baby that go no matter when you play it. And he brought his kids out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where he's introducing the new generation. Why are you shrugging like that? You don't nothing. You didn't listen to it? Yeah. Okay. You
I
just
have
don't
all his
care.
albums. It's not that I don't care. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when it comes to the culture, we have to hold ourselves accountable. That everybody's not going to do everything right. Everybody's not going to do everything wrong. But there is a balance. And part of what makes hip hop what it is peace, love, unity, and having fun. And we've gotten to a point in our culture where
That's
the
Busta
peace.
Rhymes. It's like that's Busta Rhymes in a nutshell. Like, that's, if you had to buy Busta Rhymes out of store, the big ass commercial and tags and headlines and everything would be all of that. That's what you get when you get Busta Rhymes. Like, you don't get nothing else.
But if you attack the unity by saying America had no culture, then you alienate some of your fan base.
I don't think, okay, if I had to dissect the statement that I haven't heard, I don't think he meant like Black culture wasn't a thing. I think it was more so like America usually pulls from a lot of different cultures to create a gumbo pot of all these different things. I'm from New York. You know, I've been in LA for a little while. I'm from New York. You in New York, you got everybody there. But it's like you'll see theft in a lot of different areas because it's like America.
America's
Not,
based off of
the
taking.
people who run America, let's say it
Are
like
based
that.
on their religion of greed, the taking.
Yes, and taking. Okay, so but that's not Black Americans. There's a lot of us that were here before. You know, like like we were already here. All of ships were already coming here before Columbus was here. We were here. Okay, so I know that. I know that, and culturally we've done a lot. So to me it's a combination of Black Americans, West Indians, and Puerto Ricans were at the foundation of it all, like heavy. And we had other cultures. They were different photographers, graffiti artists that were a part of it too, that weren't Black, West Indian, or Hispanic, but they contributed at a high level. What's the graffiti artist name? Taki 183. That's his name. Like, yeah, like he wasn't Black, Hispanic, or West Indian, right? But it's like, so we had different people contributing. But then again, I didn't hear this statement, so I can't comment on this statement that Bus made. I could just tell you what I believe.
And that's dope because the thing that angers me about that is, once again, to destroy a body, you don't shoot or stab it, you poison it from the inside out. And when you don't check things, when it happens, that's a poison that can hurt the body. Because even right now, we have Lord Jamar and a whole bunch of people going, who started hip hop? Who's this? Who's that? And I'm like, you're arguing over something that has an agreed upon date, not a birth date, not a birth record, an agreed upon date that is argued in the community. And not only that, when you talk about how the culture started, it was American that started the culture because everybody sampled James Brown. Even if you say it's not just Black America, you have Bob James. You have all these different things that came that people sampled or got their sound from that is rich in American culture, whether it's blues, rock and roll, chanting, and things like that. I don't want to go too deep into that. I'm gonna stick to you. And when artists come about, oh, shout out to Stress. He said he fuck with you and your views.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
So y'all should do a song together, by the way. I'll put that out there. So anyway, the point is that when peace, love, unity, and having fun comes under direct attack under each facet of what we define hip hop in, that's where we're in a state of emergency, and we need the music, which is the most marketable part of hip hop, to make people money. We need the music to once again be the voice that keeps this culture together. Do you agree or no?
We need the unity to be the voice, is what you just said, right?
Through the music.
Through the music, yes. And not to go back, but I definitely think Busta do that. But yes, of course, we need the unity through the music. There's many aspects of it in mainstream that I do miss. You see it in glimpses. You see the glimpses of greatness in aspects of unity. Look, Atlanta unified like a mug. I don't know if I can curse on the show, but Atlanta, yeah, okay, Atlanta, their unity is what allowed them to dominate for 30 plus years. Why are you making that face? Why you don't agree with that either?
It's not
I
that I
feel
don't
like
agree. I hear people from Atlanta say that was an inside job, and other people got alienated. Just like in the West Coast, when you had the West and the New West, and their beef. But go ahead.
some people got alienated. I think that happens politically in all facets of corporate America, that people get alienated. So if that
In the hood too.
right. But tell me if corporate America doesn't have a hand in the hood. Um, but yes, but I feel like overall, Atlanta has had New York beat for a very long time in regards to the way they unified, whether it was something that was done behind the scenes or not. However it was done, it still worked for them. Nah, ain't no inside job. Look how many what? Where the chat at? Comments? All right, hold on, I got you. You said nah, ain't no inside job. Look how many came through the floodgates when ATL hit. Right. But I don't know the inside job. I don't know nothing about that. So I feel like you would have to explain that one. But there's a lot of people that came out of Atlanta and they was all repping Atlanta, even people that wasn't specifically from inside of Atlanta and they're from the outer skirts and other areas in Georgia. They still all came together and was fucking with each other and doing songs with each other and doing shows with each other at such a high level. They dominated for over 30 years. And then it's like New York started with that. And we kind of got away from that and started focusing on the individual in a lot of different ways. And okay, because you made a face. Here's why I believe that, right? Because after a certain amount of time, we kind of drifted away from the crews. Like we started with crews and cliques. You know what I'm saying? So where even all the way up into the early 2000s, we had G Unit was still here. You know what I'm saying? Like late 90s, early 2000s, we still had diplomats. You know what I'm saying? Like we had crews. You know what I'm saying? Even ASAP, Mob, crew. You know what I'm saying? Like we had crews that was carrying that type of legacy. You know what I'm saying? Terror Squad was a crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the list goes on. We had crews, but the crew shit fell apart. And we got a lot of individuals that started dominating, and a lot of people started focusing on self. And now it created as capitalism does, you have the competitiveness. Hip hop does that naturally. The competitiveness is there. So it's kind of like, I wish that the boroughs fucked with each other in such a heavy way, because I always feel like if New York came together the way Atlanta or Georgia came together, we would body. We will body. We will body. Especially because our old heads and the young boys and the young sisters, they could dominate. We could dominate as a fucking state. We could dominate as a state. Because the only crew right now, in my opinion, that represents New York State that's fire is Griselda as a crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like I miss, and maybe I'm a little biased because I'm super into lyricism. You know what I'm saying? So there might be aspects of like drill and people that are in that on that side that got crews that I'm not aware of. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's like, you not talking about so and so, I don't know about so and so. I'm sorry, but Griselda is carrying that torch of the crew. You know what I'm saying? Of that unity, and look at what it's doing for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they keeping a certain type of energy as a collective alive. I just wish that more people in New York did that. You see it in glimpses, but I don't see enough of it. The Locks are still going. They still got their crew. You know what I'm saying? And ooh, are they excellent? Like efficient with they shit? Like it's fucking beautiful. They Tiny Desk was beautiful. They verses was beautiful. You could tell they rehearsed, they practiced. There's love there. They look out for each other. Like it's a whole like they are hip hop at its finest. And now they bringing in Jada's son. You know what I'm saying? Like beautiful. I just want to see more, and I want to see a lot more from the women in hip hop in New York. Like I feel like we got. All right, what's going on? Why you make that face? I'm talking about the younger. I'm talking about the people that's coming up now that I feel like are fire. I would like to see more of them come together and do more shit together.
I would too, because I agree wholeheartedly with what you said. But can we bring the ladies together to do a ladies' night part 2 with the women that's out to get today? Can we really do it?
It would be lopsided in regards to the content and what they would be talking about.
Exactly.
That's the thing that would make me feel crazy. If we focus on New York, if somebody did this record, they would have to pull from those that are like A-level mainstream to like B, C, like they would have to go down the rakes, like the tiers, and be, wait, why you did this? What's this?
Because there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. You talk about tiers? Look at the people that represents the East Coast on a high level in the mainstream first.
We got Ice Spice. You talking about females?
Yes, just female.
We got Ice Spice.
Garbage.
We got Cardi B.
Good writers.
We got Nicki Minaj.
Great artists.
We got she can
Shout
rap.
out to Lil Kim.
She can rap though. She can rap. Nicki, yeah.
Great artist because she knows how to put a rap song out and an R&B song in the club. That's artistry.
And a pop song. She can do everything.
She's an artist.
Okay.
Shout out to her.
Right. Yeah, shout out to Nicki because I don't know what that. Okay, all right. Maybe I got too defensive. Who else we got? Lola Brooke. Sorry, we got Lola Brooke.
Nah.
Lola Brooke is fire and one of the sweetest MCs, one of the sweetest rap artists I've ever met. That's a female ever in my life.
Salute.
Don't say nothing disrespectful about Lola. She deserved everything she got. And I watched her push that Don't Play With It record for 2 years straight before she popped. And I ain't never see her hate on anybody.
Salute.
We got Connie Diamond. We got who else we got?
That's not mainstream, is it? Connie Diamond?
I think she there. I think she breaking through that glass ceiling because she got the record with they had her on stage at the BET Awards this past year. I think she there. I mean, I think she at the beginning stages of it, but I think she there.
I hope she makes it. I mean, that's what we need. We need more.
I think she has made it. I don't know. That's kind of weird.
I don't know her. See, and that's my thing. Like, even when it comes to like even knowing hip hop, mainstream can be, I don't know hip hop, but I know who you are. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the image, that's the brand, that's everything getting pushed. Like Scarlett was hot for like 6 months, it seemed, and then more
Scarlett. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I miss that energy too, because she had like this energy.
Yeah.
And I need more of that. I need more of that back. I like what she contributed. I have issues with aspects of murder music, you know, because of what it promotes. But the energy and how she sound and what she could bring to the table in that regard, amazing. Shout
out to Lady London.
Yeah.
I don't care about that New York. I don't care about New York stuff. We gonna put some Jersey in there. Go ahead, continue, please.
We gonna put Jersey in there.
Oh yeah, we gonna put some Jersey in there.
Jersey has a prolific crown.
That
Jersey
everybody
has
seems
a
to sleep on.
Crown.
Yeah, I know.
Because we got Lauren from Jersey, we got Redman from Jersey, we got Queen Latifah from Jersey.
But the sad part is you blaming everybody from the 90s.
What you mean?
No, that's the sad part is you're naming everybody from the 90s. That's the one thing about my state I hate.
Lady Luck from Jersey.
2000s.
Sue Surf from Jersey.
That's cool.
Shout
out to Surf. Free Surf.
Yeah, shout out to Surf. Who else from Jersey? Don't do that.
It's the truth.
They out there. Cause anytime I go especially when I was in New York doing shows like every week. Anytime you get into a club, no matter where you are in the city, Jersey is there, heavy. Brooklyn is there, heavy. And then you got the scatters of the Bronx, Queens, Long Island, you know what I'm saying? But Jersey and Brooklyn be in the building heavy.
Kings County and Essex County got a love affair that people don't know about. Brooklyn and North always had a love affair with each other. So if you know anything about Brooklyn and you know anything about North, then you would know that even some of Harlem people used to come to North and be like surprised. It's a secret love affair there. Shout out to one of the most influential what's their names, yo? Pretty Lou and them. Mob Style. Shout out to Mob Style. Okay. Most people don't know about Mob Style. Shout out to Mob Style and they Brick City Ties. Mob Style is the group that fought NWA at the Apollo. That's the Paid in Full posse. You know, Dave Dash movie them, AZ and them. That's Mob Style. Shout out to Mob Style. And everybody from Brooklyn that know, shout out to everybody from Nostrand and all them. Used to come down to Brick City, and Brick City used to go out there. Oh, shout out to the Hebrew Israelites. They always talk too. But anyway, back to your conversation, because we want to keep it hip hop. I agree with you that the crew is very important, but the thing about New York, and I'm gonna tell you what people feel about New York from outside of New York. People from New York ride their own dicks. They ride it too hard. They love each other. They love themselves so hard that they will alienate others just to be the shit. So that's why.
Okay, I don't think just to be. I think we are. Okay, I think we are. I think our swag is like no other place in the world. Okay, so it's like, and we're at the foundation of it all. So it's really hard not to like. And ego is huge in hip hop. Tell me it's not. Everybody think they the best. It's just that New York be on they shit. You can't be mad at New York for being on they shit like that.
But it's not that I'm mad. It's that how can we get New York together when Queens and Brooklyn don't even get together?
But then I said that. I wish the boroughs would come together.
And then the Bronx and like, because you know what? I always say Brooklyn represents hip hop the best way in my opinion. Because Brooklyn will make a song with other people from around the borough, name it about their borough, and take it around the world. I would love to see Harlem do that, because everybody in hip hop wants to be Harlem, but they don't want to claim Harlem.
Harlem does that. Harlem, because when Wayne had his run and he was dropping tape after tape after tape, he did a tape with Jewels. He started in Harlem.
Is Wayne from Harlem?
No, Wayne's not from Harlem, but I'm saying they collaborate. They collaborate.
Nah, that don't count. Because if you look at the Crooklyn Dodgers, that was 3 MCs from Brooklyn. All right, they got rid of that. Crooklyn Dodgers 2. 3 MCs from Brooklyn got rid of that. Even Ninth Wonder came to New York and did a Crooklyn Dodgers 3 that nobody talks about. I don't know why, right?
Okay.
But I want to see Harlem come together and be Harlem and take it around the world, because they deserve that. Because like I said,
didn't take it around the world
as a crew, but not as a borough. No, because you don't
because Harlem's not a borough. Manhattan is.
All right, but I want to see him do it as Harlem with different people from Harlem.
Mace didn't take it around the world
with a crew, not with different like. Let me put it to you this.
He didn't do that with Bad Boy. I know we're not supposed to really be talking about, because I feel like I really hate the fact that everything that has transpired with Puff, because it's almost like it's so touchy that I can't even discuss certain things. But I feel like he was claiming Harlem, even being from Mount Vernon. You know what I'm saying? But it's like he took it around the world.
He took the Harlem style, and that's why I said hip hop needs to give Harlem more respect, because everybody wants to be Harlem but won't claim Harlem. Because if you think about it, like I said, the Paid in Full posse. If you think about a Mob Style, and everybody says everybody's rapping their story, that's hip hop in the street.
Okay. So Dame Dash ain't take it around the world because
he did. He's the one who did it. He's the one that did it. Yes, with the movies, with the style of dress, with the jokes, snaps. Yes, he embodies Harlem to me. Dame Dash would be the king of Harlem right now, in my biased opinion.
I know that Black Rob was Rough Riders. Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like R.I.P. Black Rob.
Yes,
He
R.P.
he
Black
took it
Rob.
he took it around the world.
He took
That
a piece
whoa
of it. There's a piece of it. I'm not
yeah,
talking about the Harlem sound. I'm talking about how, like I said, Brooklyn was
ASAP Mob took it around the world
as a crew. No
as a
disrespect.
crew.
You're right. But that's not a compilation that embodies each side of what Harlem could be. But you said it's not a borough, so I'll leave it alone. Because like I said, with Brooklyn, right? Chubb Rock is different. Special Ed is different from Buckshot is different from Master Ace.
Okay.
Then with the second one, Chubb Rock is different than J. Rule is different than OC. If it's a crew, everybody's very similar. So I don't really see the different aspects of it being represented. I see a conglomeration of one pairing thing, and that's it. It's just one thing.
What
know
you
what I'm
mean?
saying?
You saying like you trying to see a crew that got different styles like a Wu-Tang
Not like the
in
Wu-Tang.
Harlem? Because I
Not
feel
like
like
the
I feel like that's what Dipset was. Kim and Jewels and Jimmy and Hell Rel, and
no,
they don't all rap the same.
not like a Wu-Tang. Like
Okay.
there's different movements that could come together to represent one thing. Like I said, Chubb Rock was his own movement. J. Rule was his own movement. OC was his own movement. So when they come together, it's special because it's not the same.
Cam was his own movement.
Which is Dipset. You're right.
Jewels had his own movement.
Which was part of Dipset.
Jimmy had his own
Which was
movement.
part of Dipset. Exactly.
Right, but
They all came
that's
from the same
Harlem.
tree.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't mad. Look, I hear what you're saying, and I understand.
I'm so confused.
I don't see it though.
I'm so confused. That's crazy. That's
It's
so
beautiful.
crazy.
But see, that's what makes hip hop beautiful. And that's why, and that's what makes your album beautiful and your voice and music so beautiful is because when you get different aspects of a person from where they're from and who they are, hip hop is giving a voice to people who feel like their voices may not be heard because they don't relate to this. And now they have someone who's from where they're from, who sounds like who they sound like. And now they can stick their chest out and say, I'm represented. And that's what I love about your music. Because you bring the representation back where other people like to claim hip hop, but don't want to be hip hop. I'm hip hop for the check, but I'm different when the camera's off. What does that mean to you?
I'm hip hop for the check, but I'm different when the cameras is off. That sounds like a sad life. It sounds like a brand. It sounds very commercial. It sounds like a job as opposed to soul. So I'm a millennial. I've been influenced by different eras of hip hop, not all of them, but yes, a derivative of many. Hip hop is all around me and was always all around me in New York. You can't escape it. It's in the way and I'm from New York City. I'm from Harlem. So, I don't know much about that anything outside of New York City when it comes to New York, to really be honest with you. But hip hop was all around me in every facet and form. Like you got the dancing, you got the DJing, you got the rapping, you got the graffiti, you got the knowledge, you got anything you could possibly think of in regards to what hip hop is. You got all of it in New York. It's everywhere. The fashion. I mean, we Harlem, we got Dapper Dan. You know what I'm saying? We got 5,001 flavors. Like we got, you know what I'm saying? Like we got a lot in New York. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's really it would have been. I would have had to like never leave my house because I can't explain it. It's like I don't know what I would have to be from someplace else. So I would have to be from someplace else to not embody hip hop in my spirit. It was no way to escape it anywhere that I went. Because we got music blasting on our streets. You hear music when you go to the bodega. You know what I'm saying? Like we are hip hop.
Of course.
So,
but you know what destroyed that though?
Okay, I think you're gonna tell me.
This.
The cell phone.
Because now the world is smaller and the regionality that makes our hip hop special has been compromised. This is
But
why I say that.
okay, but you don't think that it has also allowed us to connect with one another? You don't think it has also allowed us to have a certain level of freedom? Because when I say connect, I mean like expansion and reach. I got
Okay.
people all over the world that have access to my music because of the cell phone. I got,
Yeah.
and I'm able to talk to them in real time because of
Mm-hmm.
the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
I've done shows overseas because of the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
I've it's like I'm not whoa, because I feel like as much as there's like cons to having a device like that in your hand and the programming that takes place, there's a lot of pros to it too. You know what I'm saying? It has given certain hip hop a certain level of freedom to have like artists to have control over their marketing and their music in a way that it didn't exist prior to. I don't have
And
to
like,
literally. Sorry,
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say
I agree with you.
I don't have to be signed to a label in order to get my music to the masses because everything was physical before and they own. I don't have to sign to a label in order to have access to big platforms now because of the cell phone. As
Mm-hmm.
long as it's almost like if you do the work, the people will find you because of the
Mm-hmm.
cell phone. You wouldn't know who I am without the cell phone. Like I wouldn't know who you are without the cell phone. Like
Mm-hmm.
it might have divided us and took away from
Key point.
our ability to focus, right?
Another key point.
Because when we get in certain rooms together, the focus is here on the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
The focus is here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I walk down the street and I see people like this walking down the street like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got people driving and they on the cell phone. You got people that get together and do shit just for content. People that do outlandish shit just for attention because of the cell phone. So I feel like it has divided us in a lot of different ways and
Mm-hmm.
altered our focus and has
Mm-hmm.
allowed another type of programming to creep in because programming television was doing it, but now that your TV in your pocket, or most people don't even put their phone away. Their phone be in their hand all
All
day.
day.
So your TV be in your hand all day. The programming is real.
So
But
you
it's
made my
about
point.
what you using it for. So you got a lot of people that's in
Third
control
point.
that's using it for
Fourth point. You made my points. Thank you.
uh-huh.
Because just like a knife can be used to cut, or a knife can be used
Ooh.
to stab. So
Ooh.
the thing is, it's not the instrument
Mm-hmm.
that is the devil. It's the intent in which the instrument is being used.
Yeah.
So when we got rid of regionality and the world got so much smaller,
Mm-hmm.
people started believing this was the reality and not the life that's in front of them. Because it's dope
Hmm.
that people from New York have boroughs, but it's also dope that people from Louisiana don't. It's dope that
Yeah.
Compton has its neighborhoods and its blocks, but it's
Mm-hmm.
also dope that somebody in Germany has where they're from and they can show the tags on the wall like this.
Right.
You know what
Which
I'm saying?
I
That's
get to
hip
see
hop.
all of that though because of the cell phone. Like now there's a bunch of people that never left a block before. Pardon me.
Mhm.
And throughout life have had limited exposure to the world.
Yes.
That the cell phone allows certain people to see the world in a way that they haven't actually readily been able to experience otherwise.
Yes.
But
You're
it's
right.
like, but I get what you mean, like to cut or stab. It's a lot of stabbing going on.
It's a
Hell
lot of
yeah.
cutting too.
But it's not like that was completely introduced with the cell phone. There were people that believed outlandish shit when magazines were
Wait a minute. Wait a
dominated.
minute. Wait a
When
minute.
television was showing us the light, when MTV Cribs, when we thought them niggas really had them homes in MTV Cribs and we didn't know that shit was fake. You know what I'm saying? Like we were believing shit before the cell phone was dominant and they
But
had more
wait.
control because now we can expose people with this shit too.
But
We
wait.
can. Mm-hmm,
Wait. You're making excellent points. But remember, if it's in your hand all day long,
mm-hmm,
then the younger you are, which goes to our first point about ageism
mm-hmm,
and young and versus the experience versus the new. The people who are not experienced don't know that. They know
But
this.
but what one of the first things I said was what?
It starts
I think
in
it
the
starts in the
home.
home.
Right. But there's people with broken homes.
Yep.
And then society has to step in. And we've gotten to a point to where society is so controlled. What time is it? I don't know. Got my phone. How I look? Take a picture. I'm about to eat. Let me do this. We're about to go somewhere. Do this. We've got so reliant on the people who can exert control over us through the instruments that we hold dear to our hearts. And that's the problem.
I think that is a problem. But I also think your timeline and what you use this device for is purely a reflection of who you are. Because I can learn so many things all day off of my cell phone that I never would have had access to without it being, I got a computer in my hand. But it's what are you using it for? You know what I'm saying? My algorithm on social media, if you were to go through my Instagram, it's not ass and titties. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna see shit about Black history. You're gonna see things about vegan lifestyle. You're gonna see things about music that is mostly hip hop in New York and LA. And then you're gonna have a lot of like the bigger blog platforms and stuff like that, where I get access to different things that are going on in the news and the media. And you get a lot of sports stuff too, and some R&B, because I love R&B, and I'm a huge fan of the R&B Money podcast, and or podcasts like All the Smoke. I've also been watching a lot of Harlem Fashion Row. Shout out to them. But anyway, it's about what you use this for. Because when I go to other people's timelines, because you got your DMs with your people that you just send memes to. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that send me memes all the time that I know their timeline is nothing like mine because of the type of stuff that they're sending me. I'm like, I would never see this on my timeline, or your phone is constantly surveillancing you. So what is promoted to you is also a reflection of how you speak and how you think and what you search. So if I'm in here trying to learn, you'd be surprised what I get promoted to me in order for me to have access to things that I need that I wouldn't have if I didn't have this device. Do I love every aspect of the fact that I'm being surveillanced in that way? Or do I love the type of programming when I see them sharing murder, or I see them sharing unhealthy sexual habits, or when I see them sharing, I don't know what happened to your camera. When I see them sharing things that I don't necessarily agree with, that I wouldn't allow into my life, but that's a reflection of who I am. And I feel bad for the people that don't have certain examples at their disposal. You know what I'm saying? Because of whatever is going on in their environments, or whatever's going on in their mind, or a combination of the two. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things that you don't know unless you're exposed, or you don't find the answer unless you're searching for it.
That's 100% real. Shout out to everybody who has heritage hip hop on their algorithm. She didn't say heritage hip hop, so
oh my God,
heritage hip hop on the algorithm, and I'll pop up on your phone. But you see, I like that though, because you know what? I study too. I study a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right. But once again, that comes with when you were born or who raised you, like you said. Because you know what comes up? I study podcasts because I podcast. I have to know what my competition is. And Pop the Balloon seems to be the main thing that comes up on my timeline. Pop the Balloon, Passport Boys, Modern Women, Traditional Women, High Value Men. I get all this stuff because relationship seems to be the thing that is the number one selling thing in America.
That's because that's where the unity still is. Whether it's toxic or healthy, we as a people still unify in regards to relationships.
Because that's godly. That's natural.
Of course. So that's where you'll see a lot of anything that deals and revolves around relationships. That's going to sell way faster than other things because people can relate to that concept.
That's
I'm
true.
either looking for love, or I have love, or I'm being hurt, or I've been hurt. That's that's why that sells. So I get why the balloon pop is dominant, because one, it's a joke
Yeah.
because of the type of conversations they're having, and why, and people's opinions and stuff like that. And then two, because dating is a thing. Dating is a concept like a mug, and people are out here looking for someone to match. No, let me not say that. I can't say what people are looking for. There are
People want sex. Let's just be real.
I
People
mean,
want sex.
I've never met a person personally that isn't a sexual being, but there's some people that is higher on their priority list than others.
Facts.
So there's some people that do want, they want the love, they want the
Mhm.
companionship, they want to meet their match, and then you also have the complete opposite on that spectrum, because it's a spectrum. It's just that it's diluted, because just like anything else, it's about how that person was raised, where they from, what their focus is, and how they're utilizing all they know and who they are to have certain types of intimate exchanges with another individual. What are you actually bringing to the table that is worthy of someone else's time?
But what if the landscape is so polluted that we don't have balance, and that's the only thing, it seems, that's given to a certain demographic based on their gender or sexuality? Because it seems like when I listen to music nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say every female, but 99% of the females that are pushed to me are twerking. I got the best pee in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I
The
gotta rap about
hypersexualization.
I gotta rap about my PUSSY, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and it's refreshing when I get a female, FMC, MC, a woman who
Mm-hmm.
knows her sexuality but doesn't have to put it in my face. You won't talk about it, but I will. Look, Meg Thee Stallion and Kamala Harris disgusted me with that. It was disgusting. We don't have to talk about it, but it was for me, because I believe as a woman, God made you to be the doorway between heaven and earth. So there's a certain respectability that has to be there. And I tell all men, if you don't respect your daughters, if you don't respect the women that you're around, if you don't respect anything that's feminine, keep your masculine side, of course, if that's what you are, that's what you want. But most importantly, if we don't respect that side of God, not only are you a bitch, you really have an issue with me, because I don't believe people should be treating the doorway to heaven like a doormat. I have a very hard beef with that. I mean, you can go ahead and tell me what you think.
I mean, I think that there's a time and a place for everything, and that was not the time and the place for man to be twerking, in my opinion. It kind of reminded me, I put up a joke reel on my page about how it reminded me of Malibu's Most Wanted, when B-Rad brought out the girls twerking, and he was trying to help with his pop's campaign. You know what I'm saying? Like Bill Gluckman is down with the bitches and hoes. Like that's how it felt. Because I just didn't understand. Like, I was like, with all that somebody like Rhapsody stands for, why not get somebody like her instead to come out and represent and have and initiate a conversation? You know what I'm saying? Why not pull on certain people that are way more conscious? I do believe from like because Meg got up there and did what is aligned with her brand, right? But I do feel like it also brought awareness and attention, because somebody had to know that shit was going to go viral. Like, they was like, it's going to make certain people tune in. I just felt like that wasn't the way to do it. What, you don't think they didn't think that was going to go? I knew they wouldn't book Meg if they didn't think that wasn't going to be a big deal. Like, they knew it was going to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might have been for shock value. Like, there's a lot of things that happen in marketing and media that are given to us for shock value. And I feel like that might have been one of the things, and how they chose to, that was their angle. I just felt like it to me, it didn't send the right message in regards to what the focus should be in a space like that.
Pandering. Like I said, you don't gotta talk about it. I'll keep it real. I'll tell y'all what I think. And if you hate me for it, don't care. I run this platform. But once again, back to the music though. That's why I like listening to your music because I'm not bombarded with the mainstream. I'm gifted with truth. I love the videos of you on stage rocking with the mic in your hand because you look like an MC. You don't look like a puppet or a caricature.
I am an MC.
You damn right you are.
I look like an MC. I am an MC.
No, yes, you damn right you are. You are. Yes. I love the fact that when I hear your music, I can hear the child that's looking out the window or the woman that's grooming her son to walk out the door. You have different aspects to your bars. Matter of fact, you got bars, first of all, and you're not just rhyming words. So thank you for not being a Dr. Seuss student. I appreciate you.
But that's I mean, but that's a reflection of my home. I wasn't, first of all, I didn't grow up with hip hop in my household, which is I didn't grow up with hip hop because it's just like, and I still ended up here. I didn't grow up with hip hop inside my house. I got it everywhere else. But it was because, and I was raised by my father and my stepmother. My stepmother felt like the messages in hip hop at the time for what was in mainstream, because she wasn't an avid listener. My father was to some degree, but not really. He was big on funk and soul and R&B. So anything, his favorite group of all time is the Ohio Players. Okay. And then he would be, if he wasn't listening to something that was funk related, if it was R&B, especially because I'm a millennial, it was anything that Babyface touched, or or New Jack Swing was played, because that was Teddy Riley was all over everything. You know what I'm saying? And then my father's from Harlem, my stepmother's from the IE, from Pasadena. So her favorite group was Earth, Wind and Fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was a Prince head. My pops was Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? But she loved Stevie, and it was like this. But it wasn't hip hop. If I wanted to listen to hip hop in my house, because I didn't have a TV in my room, I would go in my room and I would listen to Hot 97. I would listen to Angie Martinez after school. That's what I was doing. And that's where I got most of it when I was in the house. And when I would go outside, my friends or my cousins or somebody like that would be like, here, listen to this, because everybody knew I love music. But that's a direct, because education was a thing in my household. And then and because my stepmother was so huge on education, she made sure that she wasn't always a fan of different aspects of the public school system, but she made sure that she would try to put me in front of the right teachers. And anytime she felt like I had a teacher that wasn't a great teacher, she would challenge the hell out of them. Like, in the most like, you're not gonna promote my child because of the fact that you like them type shit. Like, I remember getting a test. I've never publicly told this story. I remember doing a test. It was an open-ended history test. I was in junior high school and I got a 96 on this test. And she looked at the answers that I gave and she did not agree with my grade. And she took the test to the school, had a conversation with the principal. Oh shit. Had a conversation with the principal. They took my name off the test, gave the test back to the 4 teachers that we had them regrade the test, and I got a 76. Because that's how much education, damn. Because she was like, yo, they gave you this grade because of who you are and the type of person you are, not just because of your answer. And so the demand of excellence when it came to education, and my stepmother was very strict and very, the one thing I don't agree with in my life was her approach with me in a lot of different areas. And I won't go too deep with that, but that's a fact, because I don't think that I'm not going to say intent and all, because sometimes she was not, but I feel like in certain aspects, especially when it came to education, her focus was right. Her focus was right in regards to having a standard. But it also there was a lot of things, because of her work ethic, made me feel like nothing was ever good enough. So it made me strive for a level of excellence that I probably wouldn't have had if I didn't have somebody that praised me for every little thing, or made me feel like doing the work was the standard. I was raised to believe that going above and beyond is the standard. I didn't get this. I had friends that would get to go shopping and buy sneakers and Jordans and clothes and Timbs and video games and go on trips and do all this shit if they got a good grade. Getting good grades was not a reason to be praised in my house. That's what you're supposed to do. So it's like, although mathematics was my first love, there was still like this level of curiosity that was a standard. There was a level of like understanding and comprehension that was a standard. So where, and my father is a teacher through and through. Like he wasn't a teacher in a classroom, but my pops would sit and have conversations with me about everything. Watching Video Music Box, watching Luke videos. We watching Luke videos, and he like, you don't have to dress like this to get attention from a man. He was constantly teaching. So because of the information that I was getting, and then his friends and my family and all that other stuff, it's like my family's not a perfect family, but there's a standard. You know what I'm saying, in regards to like what's okay and what's not okay. So I feel like that's where you get that from. And when you combine the history of different things that I was receiving from young, because for it not to be in my house, what I did get was a love for Black people, a love for the unity, a love for, like, joy was there. Not always in the house, but in regards to like what I chose to focus on because of what I would get. Like, so when hip hop was put into that pot, man, like it was because of my influences that made it to where now I'm going to speak a certain way because there's a standard. I'm not supposed to look like that. I was never influenced in any way to look like that other than television, radio, magazines, cell phones. None of that is real in my house because nobody else is talking or walking or thinking like that.
And you're raising the standard with your bars. You're raising the standard with your presentation. You're raising the standard with your album. I love that.
I appreciate that, but that's feeling like nothing I do is ever good enough.
No, it's not. Please.
No. But that's what that is. That's what keeps me in my house for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours for over 12 years doing this. Because man, this didn't get their attention. Well, maybe this will get their attention. Let me put this bar together like this. Or Wayne just did this, or Hove did this, or Nas did this, or Twisted did this, or Eve did this, or Missy did this, and Lauren did this, and just like trying to figure it the fuck out. Because it's a feeling like I must not be doing well enough. And even when people are feeling like they praise, you are fire, it feels like I can't be that good because I don't get the attention the way I think I'm supposed to get it for what I'm able to contribute in different moments. So it makes me keep working. It makes me keep trying to figure out another story I could tell that's never been told. How can I tell this in a way that the cell phone, I know, but I'm saying, like, it might sound insecure as fuck, but I'm telling you my truth, like what it's derived from.
I don't think it's insecure. I don't think that's insecure. But remember, we said there's people who control the narrative that's not about this culture.
Yeah.
And that could hold you back. But then how can I not say you don't hold yourself to a high standard when you're dropping the album right next to LL Cool J's album? I mean, come on. Yeah, I can sneak that in there too. So how could I not say you don't hold yourself to a high standard? How could I not say that you're not one of those people that should be heard? Because a fool talks plenty, but a genius speaks none. The thing about a genius, when they come and they talk, everybody sits and listens. And then when they leave, they reflect. A fool talks so much that you lose their words because you hear them so much you don't give a damn. So when you come outside and after you done did all this, it's plentiful and meaningful because now somebody has something to hold on to. That's the genius of disappearing. Kendrick does it. J. Cole does it. Drake come outside every so often. Every other day, it seemed like. But the ones that disappear and come back, the Rakims, the Nas's, J's, whatever. When they disappear, come back outside, it's like Martin Luther King came to your town to talk. Malcolm X came to your town to talk because now you got greeted by the prophets. You got greeted by the words. And one thing I could tell you about your words, When we get into this album, ladies and gentlemen, on our next interview, you will see the powerful impact of what a real MC is and how they deliver the message, not just rap to the people. Anything you want to say to the folks about that?
He said, "Talk your shit." He said, "Talk your shit." Okay, so I'm releasing a project on September 3rd entitled "I Don't Rap About My Pussy," right? And I named it this. The album got its name simply because I was trying to put together a full album. Really, rightfully so. It was me as I was crafting the skits that allowed me to come up with the name, because I had a completely different name beforehand, but I felt like it was too close to what Rhapsody was doing, that I was like, nah, I gotta, if I do this in that way, it's gonna get swept under. And I don't want to get swept under. I want to set myself apart. So how do I do that but still hold the torch? So I tried to add humor because people make me feel like I don't play enough. And so I tried to find other ways to have fun and show you a side of me that you normally not gonna get unless you know me. You know what I'm saying? So all the little voices and shit that you heard, that's, man, that's Sherelle when Sherelle is kikiing with her cousin or her friends or somebody I'm dating. You know what I'm saying? That's or working with children. You know what I'm saying? You'll get all of that type of personality. Um, but man, I felt like the standard, the bar for excellence when it comes to female hip hop and the hypersexualization of females in hip hop right now, I think that standard needs to go. Like in regards to what they got going on, I feel like we need to raise the bar on what is excellence, or at least if nothing else, balance it out. Balance out the weight. The weight feel like this, like when you in the gym and the barbell is like tilted like this. The weight feel like this. It don't feel like this, okay? And I feel I need it to be like this because it's too much. It's too much at this point. Like there was a point where I was like, damn, it's a lot, but we still had some other shit. But now it's like drowning out so much of the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like in regards to the masses, like mainstream media, even though it's not, hip hop is clearly not selling. So I would think that somebody, as much as it has previously, so I would think that somebody would understand that that's a direct reflection of the imbalance, because when we had more, it was selling more to offer in regards to the contribution of the concept, the style, the various ways of thinking. When we had all of it, it was going like this. It was rising like this. So a part of me feels like all of that was whoever's in control. They dumb that shit down in a way on purpose, in my opinion. They well, I'm trying to say saturated. They oversaturated the market with a certain sound and style and way of thinking because an agenda is being pushed, in my opinion. But I feel like it's gotten to the point that it's too much. So I'm trying to grab all the people that love what I love, that listen to what I listen to. Or as a millennial, I feel like I'm supposed to challenge the culture like a motherfucker. Like, you know what era I grew up in? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit I might have missed, but my influences were incredible. Incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my favorite female hip hop artists of all time is Eve. I think Love Is Blind is one of the greatest fucking hip hop songs written to this day. In the way it's written and delivered, every aspect of the record, I feel like her pen should be like in a fucking museum. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like Queen, like, oh my God. So I'm like, I feel like because I was influenced by shit like that, Little Kim had my favorite verse on All About the Benjamins. Okay, Little Kim, to this day, Little Kim got my favorite verse on All About the Benjamins. Okay, I feel like it's shit like that it's just like, come on, like the era that I grew up in, having Nas, having Missy, having Luda, having Lauren, or the Fugees, like, come on now. The Brat, because even if I stuck to females, the Brat, the Brat, Eve, Missy, Left Eye, Rod Digger, Jersey, okay, Jersey, Rod Digger, you know, and I don't think Rod Digger did get enough credit, not just for her pen, but her influence on the culture. Because there's a lot of people that talk about sonically the way a lot of the women sound in the way they rap now, and they're like their voices are a little deeper. and I feel like in their delivery, to me, that's raw digger. Like when I hear that aggressive, like that bite to their voice, I feel like Rod Digger was that was her tone. Like I feel like her tone is heavy and what is dominating the game right now. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I kind of lost my train of thought because I went on a tangent. But shout out to Rod Digger for real. But there's so many different women from certain eras that I feel like that were from the millennial era that were like really pushing a pen and really bringing shit to the table and holding their own with the guys in a way that they could really rap and really tell stories and really put on a show. You know what I'm saying? Missy is on tour with Busta because she can put on a show, and she headlining the tour. This is her first headlining tour. She headlining the tour, but it's like, one, shout out to Busta for being willing to open up for a female, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some people that wouldn't do that. Some guys wouldn't do that. But she's headlining the tour because she could put on a show. Busta Rhymes is not a performer that too many people can go after. If Busta Rhymes get on your stage, okay, as one of the most prolific, him and Spliff, the most prolific hip hop duo, like tandem, but as performers, fucking outrageous energy wise, start to finish throughout multiple eras of hip hop. There are not too many people that could go on stage after Busta and make you feel like the energy didn't drop through the ground. You know what I'm saying? Missy about to put on a show. And she always been like that. It's shit like that I feel like I was so influenced by, because I don't know if you a Missy fan? What does that mean?
Shit. Cool.
That is a wild ass statement to make, sir.
Cool.
The Real World, Missy Elliott's album, The Real World, is one of my favorite hip hop albums ever. She had a feature with Eminem on that album. M's on that album, Redman's on that album. Aaliyah, I know Aaliyah's on that album, Debress on that album.
That's the Hot Boys album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good album.
All of my girls on that album. She's a bitch is on that album. What else is on that album?
The song with Danger Mouse and Redman.
But yeah, no, that Redman, that's one of my favorite records on that project. But no, seriously, it's like she could hold her own stylistically. Like what she was delivering in regards to her cadences, you know what I'm saying? She's not the most lyrical, but her cadences she's an artist. And conceptually, bananas.
She's an artist. She's not a performer. She's an artist. She's not a performer. No,
yes, to me,
no, because see, if I say she's a performer, that just means you can see her on stage and she's just good. Because I can listen, I can learn, I can get all this stuff from her. She's an artist. I hold the title. I hold the title artist as the highest level for me, because that means you can fascinate me in so many different ways. I just can't put you in one box.
Okay.
I think she's, as an artist, she's one of the greatest of all time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, absolutely. I mean, even through the videos, period.
Absolutely. Through the videos, yes, absolutely. But also her pen. Yeah. Her pen is crazy. She's written for so many different people, R&B songs as well as hip hop. Like she a monster.
Yeah, she's an artist. Am I female GOAT artist list of hip hop? She's definitely in the top 3. She's Missy, top 3.
I think Missy, male or female, is a GOAT. I don't think that's just a female.
Yes, thing. I believe that too. But when I talk about from my experience and look at life, there's a lot of things I don't relate to. But as an artistry, as an artist, I think she's head and shoulders above what many people wish they could be.
What? I kind of want to ask, like, what? Because I feel like Missy is very commercial. What do you not relate to in regards to Missy Elliott? Because I feel like she gives very general. She discusses relationships. She has ego-based records that are very like her talking about how dope on.
A lot of the delivery doesn't hit my heart. So you could be dope but you just not dope to everyone. I think she's dope, but I can't sit down and listen to her whole album and be like, I'm fulfilled. That's just me personally. I think she has great music. There's people I like that people don't mess with, and I understand that, but they know why I like them. I mean, she's not corny in any aspect of the word. I'm never going to say she's trash or garbage or none of that, because I would be so hateful and untrue. It's just
Okay,
certain
so
things she make I just don't.
okay, because of the type of music that you seem to be into, you didn't like Under Construction? And how she took
cool.
it back and was why you said it like
cool.
that? Yeah, this is so disrespectful.
Because no, it's not, because that's not an album I revisit, so I don't know it by heart. So I
Okay.
can't tell you. I have to look the album up to look at it. Like that's what I
Okay.
mean. Like it's not something that like when I think about oh yeah, I don't have that excitement for it.
Respect. I wouldn't exist without her. Okay, because shout out to Missy for always putting out a clean version of her album. That was the only way I actually got it in my house. Okay, because my pops was a mastering engineer, and so I was allowed to listen to the clean versions of Missy albums as a kid. That was the one hip hop that like the one hip hop artist that I was getting access to. Nobody else might have been playing it, but I was playing it. Damn. Okay. He said, not a whole album. That's crazy.
All right. So I'm looking at Under Construction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to the floor, Bring the Pain.
Got some folks. Got some folks.
Work It is a classic.
Yes.
Back in the Day is a classic.
Yeah, go back in the day.
Funky Fresh Dressed is a classic.
Fresh Ready to come on, son.
Pussycat.
Come on, Pussy, don't fail me now. I got
yeah. See, I'm not gonna vibe to that. I'd be like, word, that's my no. I'm not gonna do that.
Maybe not that one song because of how you are, but the rest of the album is
that's my point.
But the rest of the album, that's one song on the album. That's one song.
Nothing out there for me would be
nothing out there for me, right? I wanna be. Oh my God, slide, do. Trick, shake, move it all around. Yeah.
See how excited you got?
Yeah.
So
terrible.
Play that beat.
Play that beat. Bring the beat. Play that beat. Cool, yo. I haven't listened to this in mad long, and I can hear it playing.
Ain't that funny?
You say the name. Yeah, yo. Come on now. Come on now.
Hot.
You really not like the whole album though.
Can you hear me?
You don't like it?
Work It, 50 Cent, classic. It's good.
That sound like you into her singles.
No, because I like the song with Redman and Danger Mouth.
Okay. All right.
One of my favorite Missy songs is the one she got with Red MF. That's not a single, but it's dope.
Okay.
But Missy, like I said, Missy's incredible. It's just like I said, that's not one of the artists. There's very few artists that get me excited. She's not one of them.
Who are the artists that get you excited? I would love to know.
My top artists that get me excited.
Yeah.
Biggie. Okay. Nas.
Okay.
Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Redman.
Oh.
You know, let's put something different in there. Ice Cube, Scarface.
Oh.
Especially Scarface. Especially. A woman. I like Lin Q. I like Ty Phoenix.
Okay.
I like you.
He said, "I like you." I appreciate that.
No, for real. I'm not saying it to sell the interview. Like, I love your music. I was listening to Hasharel today to get ready for this. Like, yeah, I love your music for real.
I have so many different issues with. I know I probably shouldn't say this, but the way I focused on this album is because I felt like Hasharel wasn't a clear representation of all I'm capable of.
Good.
So I wanted I Don't Rap About My Pussy to be a clear representation of all I'm capable of embodied in one project.
I'm good. I'm glad you did that, because ladies and gentlemen, when we come back with the second part of this interview, we're going to talk about the album, because I heard it and god damn.
Because I still ain't get your opinion. So I don't even know how you.
You don't get into the next interview. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was only part one of this interview, and we went 1 hour and 20 minutes. And I know y'all ain't used to that. So wait till the second one, which should be coming at around September sometime. And you're gonna see you're going to see a different interview, and it's going to be more in depth because she has songs on her album that are from the teaching standpoint to the learning standpoint. She has songs that are about the inner child and also the growing adult. This is a deep album, and I'm gonna keep it real. Every year we do a Heritage Hip Hop Award. There's 3 albums I heard getting ready for the next year's awards. That is already like, goddamn, who gonna beat this?
Who the other two?
Stress and Notes 82.
And Notes 82. Send me they shit. Unless it's not out.
Well, check it out. Notes didn't come out yet. Stress was the person who was talking in the comments. He wants to hook up with you because he does beats and rhymes. So he want to do a song with you, like I said. Okay,
send me your shit, please.
Matter of fact, let me just
like give me my hit me on
there you go.
Instagram.
You see that? Oh, okay. I'll retype it, no doubt.
Okay.
But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this first part of the interview. This is just IDRAMP part 1. This is just part 1. But we're gonna come back because at the end of the day, she got a Media Man shirt on. So everybody, you know, my peoples love Media Man. So Nas,
this is my favorite black superhero of all time. Come on, son. This is my favorite black. Like before Black Panther, I had Media Man. Like this is the man right here. Robert Townsend is the man in general, but come on, son. I got nothing to say. To this day, I want to be Media Man and a part of the Golden Lords. I don't know how that worked. Like I want Robert Townsend to reboot Media Man so bad. Like
I don't know what to say, y'all. I don't know. That's not like the rap video. It's not like you're gonna be the Golden Lords and then you're gonna meet Media Man in the sequel or something.
Yo, that would be hot too. That would be a crazy video.
That'd be
you
hot.
said that on camera. Fuck.
So you could do it. So everybody out there, thank you for watching the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast tonight. Don't you leave. Is there anything you want to tell anybody before we get up out of here?
Yo, this project dropped on September 3rd, man. You have to check this out. Like you bugging if you don't listen to this project. This project dropped on September 3rd. You bugging if you don't listen to this project.
Hey, wait. Shout out to my brother Reacher Nova. He said he loves the album title. He said he love it. Hey,
Come
Nova.
on, this is my College Dropout. I was trying to figure out a title, like the way College Dropout had that type of impact with the title. Yeah. I was like, yo, I need a title that stands out in that way. So this feels like my College Dropout and my graduation at the same time.
Reacher Nova's a dope artist too. He's amazing. He has the anthem for my birthday celebrate song. Yo, you check him out too. I'll give you his social media. And shout out to my brother Nas. He says, "Ain't nobody bad like Media Man." Like I said, that's that Shaw movie. Y'all like it? Man, so I told you about Peoples. Yeah, I told you he chimed in and saw that, yo. Man. So yeah, y'all. We'll be back with another interview come September. I hope I met your standard because I love talking to you.
No, respect. This was dope. Yeah, I mean, you broke my heart with the Busta Rhymes comments and the Missy Elliot comments because I just feel like, whoo, wow. But
sorry, life goes on.
Everything else was great. I appreciate you.
Life goes on. We all right. Hey, I'm gonna say it like this. I love Busta Rhymes, but my love will check him. Yes, I've been a Busta Rhymes fan since Leaders of New School.
Okay, all right.
So I have all his albums now. Okay, and I'm going to tell you, just like Lecrae, when that man said we had to think about the blessings of slavery, and all Lecrae did was this. The way I feel about him not checking that man on TV, I feel about checking Busta Rhymes when he talked about there was no culture in the United States. Because then if that's what he meant, he should have clarified that. He should have just left it out there like that.
The blessings of slavery.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for watching Heritage Hip Hop, and we will be back soon. With that being said, peace. You stay there, and we out.